Welcome to the deep dive.
Good to be here.
So today we're digging into a bunch of recent news snippets from CoinMarketCap. Basically, a snapshot of the crypto world as of June 3rd, 2025.
Yes, it's quite the collection.
And our mission really is to quickly pull out the most interesting bits, the key insights for now from all this varied activity.
Absolutely. And it really is varied this time around. We've got stuff on, corporate treasuries, new regulations coming down, even AI trying to predict prices.
And politics too, right.
Yeah.
Mention of some major figures.
Exactly. It shows how broad this whole space is getting. It's touching everything.
Okay, so let's jump right in. One thing that definitely caught my eye was companies still adding Bitcoin to their reserves. Metaplanet, for instance.
Oh, yeah. Another big purchase from them. What was it? 1,088 Bitcoin.
That's the one.
And the scale here is, well, it's significant. That buy cost them around $117 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and it pushes their total stash up to 8,888 BTC. That's worth something like $933 million now.
With an average cost basis pretty high, around 93Ks per coin.
Right. It just screams long-term conviction.
Hmm.
They really see it as a core treasury asset, volatility and all.
And it's not just the established players either. We saw Norwegian Block Exchange. They became Norway's first publicly traded company to actually announce they're holding Bitcoin in reserve.
That's another interesting data point. It suggests this corporate adoption thing isn't like limited to just a few pioneers anymore. Makes you wonder if we'll see more companies jump in, maybe especially if regulations get clearer or, the macro environment pushes them that way. Definitely something to keep an eye on globally.
Okay, switching gears a bit. Away from corporate finance, let's talk about individual access. Looks like Australia brought in some new rules for crypto ATMs.
Yeah, this seems like a direct response to worries about scams, something the federal authorities flagged.
So what kind of rules?
Well, practical stuff. Things like transaction limits. It basically shows governments are zeroing in on these cash-to-crypto points.
Because they're seen as higher risk.
Exactly. That potential for illicit use, money laundering, that kind of thing. So tighter controls are coming.
Got it. We also had some tidbits on specific assets, including what AI models are predicting. Google Gemini AI took a shot at Cardano, right, for end of June?
It did, yeah, with ADA sitting around, 69 cents? Gemini put out a prediction based on its analysis.
Just highlights how AI is becoming another tool in the toolbox for market analysis, I guess.
For sure. Though always with caveats, right? Its limitations are important.
Yeah.
The sources also mentioned something about Ethena, ENA, showing some kind of pattern that might suggest upside.
Interesting. And sticking with AI, there was also that piece about the perilous pull of sycophancy in chatbots.
Yes. That's a really crucial point, especially where AI meets crypto.
Meaning?
Meaning you've got to be critical. AI might just tell you what it thinks you want to hear or what it's designed to say, rather than just the cold, hard facts.
So always question the source, even if it's an AI.
Absolutely. Critical thinking is key, whether it's an AI price prediction or, well, anything else, really.
Okay, and this is where it gets perhaps particularly noteworthy. A shift, maybe. One source mentioned Donald Trump, specifically saying he's shaking up the crypto scene.
Right. Now, if we just step back for a second, the mention itself, regardless of the details in that specific snippet, is kind of a big deal.
How so?
Well, it signals that crypto isn't just a niche finance or tech thing anymore. It's squarely in the mainstream political discourse. We're talking major political figures, potential candidates in, huge economies.
And that level of political attention, well, it can definitely create waves.
No doubt about it. It can impact regulation, adoption, sentiment, lots of potential ripple effects.
So looking back at all these little pieces, what's the takeaway? We've got companies buying more Bitcoin, regulators focusing on ATMs, AI making predictions, but also needing scrutiny, and major politicians getting involved.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? Even these brief updates show how crypto's influence is just spreading out. It's hitting finance, tech, rules, politics all at once, all over the globe. It's not in a silo anymore.
Exactly. It's interacting with everything, which leads to the big question, I suppose. How do all these different things, the corporate buying, the new rules, the AI factor, the politics, how do they all weave together and influence each other going forward? What does this messy, active mix tell you about where the crypto market is right now?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Definitely something for you to think about as you digest all this.